Louisiana beer reviews. Looks like Clearview Golden Lager from Zea restaurant chain. It's a small restaurant chain in Gulf states. This is brewed and bottled by Heinerbrow, Covington, Louisiana. Well, it's Covington Brew House. They bought out Heinerbrow, or Heinrich Orlick, but he moved off to Canada. But some of the bottles are still showing Heinerbrow. It says this beer is brewed under the strict rules of the German purity law 1516. No adjuncts. Zea beers are brewed according to the original recipes of Zea Brewery. Now that's the truth. When I went there back in 1996 or 97 on Veterans Boulevard in Metairie at Clearview Mall, the original location of Zea's, which is still there in Rotisserie, Zea's Rotisserie, they had a little brewery there, like a micro brewery or nano brewery, whatever you want to call it. It was very tiny. It was interesting. They showed me around in there. It was really cold in that lagering room, and I guess it became too expensive for them, so they contract brewed with Covington Brewery in the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain, Louisiana. Someone told me these beers have been discontinued, but that's not the case. I bought these at $1.45 a bottle at Aquista Pace in Covington, Louisiana, where the brewery is located. And if you get on the Zea restaurant website, they're still showing the 4 beers that are theirs, their recipes. Okay. This is a very cloudy lager. They said that they tried to make this Kolsch style. Now, Kolsch is kind of a weird style from Cologne, Germany, and it's an ale actually, but it's brewed in a lager style, and it's usually cloudy and golden. It's, to me, Kolsch is similar to like Dortmunder style, which is another one of those strange, and Dortmunder is sort of like a lager that's similar to a Kolsch, and Kolsch is similar to a lager, and they're similar to cream ale. They're right kind of like on the border between the two main types of beer, lager and ale. So they're kind of an oddity, and many people that brew Kolsch do a bad job. But Heinrich Orlick, he might have known what he was doing when he took this over, and now the new brewmaster is over there. It has a very lager smell, sweet, a little lemony, certainly bready, and you'll find that with the really good Kolsch's, they're bready. Not much of a head on this thing. Let's see about the sediment. It's about 72 degrees today. I want to get some reviews done before things deteriorate. Next week we'll be getting up until around the low 50s at the most. I see some little tan yeast chunks. Definitely bubble streams. Well, this is an etched bottom glass. Sweet bready. Kind of rich. It smells really nice. Now you might see Zea, well, if you go to a Zea restaurant, you're going to see these beers, no doubt. But you might see them in some obscure grocery store. It's not any sense mentioning the Rate Beer and Beer Advocate scores because it's only a handful of reviews. They're so rare. It was almost making me think there was a smokiness to it, but I don't suppose that's true. But it has a really nice aroma. The flavor is Kolsch-like, but yeah, there's lemoniness, there's breadiness, there's yeastiness. I almost said I didn't like it. Maybe there's almost like wintergreen, you know, like that type of mint. That's really strange. I can't say I don't like it, but it's an oddity. It's not the best. Watermelon. There's definitely some sort of melon, honeydew melon or something. I don't know if that's really the way these are supposed to be. The body's pretty light. The finish is crisp. It's refreshing. Now, they said on Rate Beer that this beer is an alias name. There's another name for it, Clearview Light Beer. It does have some light beer character. So I'm thinking alcohol probably is around 4%, 3.9 or 4. And I think the calorie count's probably around 110 at the most. So it's light and watery. It's on the dry side. It's pretty easy drinking. Now, you know, if maybe if they called it a light beer, and maybe they're wary of doing that these days, but I think if they called it Clearview Light Beer, it would do better, because Kolsch, I don't think it's really fitting that style, except in the cloudiness. But how does it hold up against something like Miller Lite or Coors Light or Bud Light or Pabst Light or Old Milwaukee Light or something like that? I think it's better than those because it has a richer, fuller flavor, even though it's a little strange. Now, you know, I don't know what how good their consistency is. I might get another bottle and it tastes totally different. But from what I'm going with here, and from memory, I've had this twice before, it does seem to be the same. So if you're looking for a light beer that's not too expensive, $1.45 a bottle, but that has some flavor, even though it's an odd flavor. Well, here's the rain now. I'm feeling drops. This is something to get, but chances are you'll never see it. Anyway, Laissez Le Bon Temps Roulé. It is a good beer. I'll give it a B. That's as high as I'll go. A B. Good. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.